In Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Buffalo Bills. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From the 6. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones. Drops this off with Nwangu. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing Jones. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. This defense for the Patriots, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll run on 1st down. Downing. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Allen. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. "35 yards that time on the punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Complete. It's Johnson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll get this to Nwangu. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Give left side here for Nwangu. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Here's Jones on 1st down. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And some strong running. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Handoff here to Nwangu, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they contemplate what to do on 4th and goal. Off the play fake. Jones rolling to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a give right side. Downing. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was king on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jones. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jones now throwing on 1st down. And this one complete to Smith. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
In your face.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And some room to work. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on the short.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 44. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. On the give is Nwangu. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Jones, eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone, toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off play action, Jones. It's caught, Smith. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now on 2nd and 16. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now Allen. And that is Incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line ready to go. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Now this throw caught left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch, because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And after the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. It's a turnover on downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. On 1st down, Allen. pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he'll give it here to his running back. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. And that'll be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Flushed out right. That'll be complete to Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They run the counter. Dowling, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Bills. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Jones. Smith catches left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Nwangu going to get it on the counter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second and 2. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 109 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Off play action, Jones. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They'll run with Nwangu. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's dropped underneath to Nwangu. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Jones, off play action. He'll buy some time right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? Here's Nwangu. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on third and goal from the 1. Back to throw. Jones buying time to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. His third rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. going to try and throw on third down. He finds his man, complete. It's Richards. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Going to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
From the sideline and incomplete. It's third down and 7 yards to go.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now Jones. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Nwangu. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing Jones. Going up top for Miller. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on Shaq Mason, the guard. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Jones. He's going to go up top again. And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterback's...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Looking to throw. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the pass. Here we go. 56 to Mike. 56.
Back to throw. Jones. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. McCann's kick up and good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Eluding the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
It's a good at 13, but it's third down.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Allen. And that is incomplete.
You could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On 1st down, Dowling. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
They'll run on first down. Downing, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
At their 49-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Certainly would have liked to get some yardage out of that play, but now you got to put this in the hands of your field goal kicker, see if he can get you to overtime. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all of these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And no, wide left. It's no good. And a tough finish to this one. Well, we were prepping for overtime up here in the booth, partner. Thought for sure we were destined for OT. And then the chip shot field goal, no good. A tough loss.
Oh, without question, because when you're saying prepping, I was locked in. I think you were too. We're going to overtime. I was already gathering my thoughts about, okay, how do we start? What happens with the coin toss? Who's going to play defense first? And I have to admit, I'm in a little